Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of No Plot, All Filler. What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about which anime character has the most aura, the most presence, and it's a very interesting topic because aura is like a new thing that people are talking about nowadays. Like, oh, that dude has aura 9,000 negative, whatever.
Can be interpreted a million
It
different
can
ways.
be interpreted a lot, but like what it means when you
Yeah.
hear it. And when you think about anime characters, I feel like there's some very obvious people that should be on this list. And for me, I'll just go ahead and start this thing.
Sure.
There were a few different animes. I was thinking Black Clover. I was thinking Mereoleona.
Yami.
Yami, but Mereoleona, bro.
All facts.
She's a tough
That's a good
girl,
one.
bro. She's like
That's actually a really good one.
she's like Miss Aura herself, bro. She's like
She's nothing but aura.
That's it.
She's
every
aura
time she
personified.
shows up,
Hold
bro,
on. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Can we
I
find
thought,
it?
I thought about her, but I didn't go with her.
Oh, shoot. Who we got?
I thought about like I'll just go with who I think, and I think pretty like with anime, I feel like this is obvious. I feel like it has to be Gojo, because within his own verse, bro, just everything.
Okay.
Season 2 confirmed it all. Like season 1, like who is this dude? Like he's unbeatable. Sukuna, like who would win? Like if he had all his fingers, it might give me some trouble, but I'd win. Like he's Mr. Confident, Mr.
It's
Cocky,
me.
but he always backed it up. But then season 2, bro, we find out the world shifted when this man was born. I'm like, okay, bro, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's like 5 years old, and like people were hitmen, like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, are put on his head to kill him.
Yeah.
Bro's like a kid, looks back at some dude on the rooftop, and this grown man shivered, like
I don't want to.
because I don't want to smoke with this little boy. I'm sorry, bro. When we're talking about aura, who's got that presence? It's Mr. Six Eyes Gojo himself. This dude is him.
Not only even that, what the world is like when he was gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Oh shoot. This is what life is like without Gojo. Satoru Gojo.
And the people that like Yuji and Megami fought, we don't know how to
They're
beat this
fodder.
guy. He seems like unbeatable. And the dude himself is like, we're out here only because Satoru Gojo is locked up. And I'm like, what do we?
Well, no, but even like the
bro.
dude in the first season, like Gojo put work on so easily. We're thinking, oh, this guy's weak.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The one-eye dude.
The lava dude. Why can't I think of his
guy,
name?
yeah.
I remember thinking, oh, this guy's weak. Gojo put work on him. It's over. Comes back the next season.
No.
A menace to society, bro. I was like, wait, hold on. Whoa,
The way they
whoa.
destroy
The
Shibuya.
danger.
Yeah,
I'm like, whoa, what is he doing? Hold on. No, wait. I
Yeah.
thought you were easy. I thought you were light work.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it's just
No, Gojo's him. Yeah.
Gojo is him.
So, no, that's definitely a good one. So,
Yeah, I definitely
chill.
think Gojo.
I feel like I want to go yet because I think it's who I am, but I gotta think. Go ahead.
We are gonna go with Mr. All Might himself.
I
mean,
feel like good choice.
Yeah.
when he arrives on the scene, I am here. Like that is aura personified. Like,
No, he's literally. I mean,
That smile.
literally similarly to Gojo. What I just said about Gojo
Yeah.
applies to All Might. All
Right.
Might, when the Embers fully left, crime all over Japan went crazy. Everything
I mean,
about
he ripples everywhere. Like
Yeah.
he turned Stars and Stripes to who she was.
She is who she is.
well, that's
because
just the inspiration
Yeah.
aspect.
But I'm just saying, like he just oozes everywhere. He leaks into the entire world, and he's only in Japan. So
Right.
he's literally the reason like crime is eradicated in Japan. Why things are like
Organized
calm.
crime is not a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just calmer in general. Everybody's just scared because this dude is.
All Might will show up.
People
And
say-
He'll be anywhere.
it's like people are like, oh no, what's gonna happen? All Might shows up. Oh, we're good.
yeah, we're
Like
all
that's
set.
it. He just shows up. He doesn't even have to do anything.
Because
he doesn't
I
have
am
to beat the guy.
Yes,
Literally,
exactly.
the heroes are struggling. You see, like episode 1 or 2, people are struggling against this villain, and it's like, oh no, like why is this taking so long? Oh, what's going on? All Might shows up. Oh, we're saved.
Yeah,
Doesn't even do anything yet. He's just there. The presence, him being there alone. It's like, yeah, no,
when
we're
you
good.
know he is the strongest. So like no
Yes.
matter what comes their way,
yeah, it's
shows up and
game
just
over.
Yeah,
And
and
in
like
fact,
Titus said, the embers were gone, and it was like, oh, we're screwed. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen?
One for All wasn't able to do what he wanted to, or All for One was
he
able to
kept,
do what
he
he
kept
wanted
the
to
citizens
do.
in line and everything. Now everybody just
Yeah.
doubts heroes
Yeah,
as a
and
whole.
Endeavor became number
Yeah.
one, and it was just like didn't have the same effect as All
Yeah,
Might. Like,
exactly.
you're number
Everybody's-
one, yeah, but you still need number 2 and 3 to help you out a little bit. Like
Right.
you can't do it on your own. Like, even that moment where he like finally has like been respected for his number one position against Nomu, it still wasn't as satisfying as anything All Might had done, and it did not have the same impact or the same level of I feel protected or as safe because of Endeavor's thing, and that was a good moment.
Well, it's like All Might like never struggled. It didn't seem like either, or like his whole thing.
He was holding back.
Well, he never showed anybody like he was struggling.
Yeah.
Always smiling.
Yeah, always smiling.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
A good point.
So it's like
the fight with All For One where he like beat him.
Yeah.
People were like, "What's happening?" When he was like losing and like he lost his like muscle form and like people were like actually scared for their life for like the first time when All Might's involved.
All Might's hurt.
That's because of his presence, his aura. He carried that. So the fact that people like when he's like kind of losing the fight are like, huh? Like I don't know what to do.
Never seen that before.
I feel like 100% that's a valid
and
one.
He still secured the bag. That fight too.
He still won.
He still like ended up being like, "Don't worry, I'm here."
I got it.
It was that
for sure.
That was cool. All right, Kev, what you got?
All right, I flipped this up on the fly.
Oh,
we'll see.
Okay.
So
no,
I got two. We're gonna go with Ano Koji from Classroom of the Elite.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Crazy, because I don't think his presence overall, but from the people that know who he is, like the president, when they know, it is like bow down to this guy. Like he
terrified.
He knows.
See, I haven't seen that, so I wish
because they're like, who's pulling the strings for Class D? Like, what in the world is happening? And then when people find out that this guy that seemed like blah, like this random side character is that dude, they're like, whoa. Wait a minute, it all makes sense now. You were doing all this behind the scenes. You made this person feel that way. And like he's like one of the best manipulators of all time.
Is he a villain or is he a good guy?
He's the protagonist. He's the protagonist. Yeah. Oh. So it's like that is such a good pull for like aura. Because like outside, it's like I don't know if you've seen Eminence in the Shadow, but it's like it's an isekai where this dude is a broken character and goes by shadow to the world, but like his secret identity is like this weak side character guy, and it's like no one knows, but the people that do know say, "Oh, Lord Shadow." Like that's how it is with Ano Koji. It's like this dude is him, and like when people found out, like Class C guy found out, he's like, "Oh, I want this guy to be my rival. I want to like go against him." He's that guy. That's kind of a good pull.
When they fought like too,
like, bro. Oh my goodness! The aura in the scene where he's like,
which I knew.
I
was like, dang.
He said it's 4-on-1. Yeah. He said it's 4-on-1. This isn't fair. And they're like, oh, don't go saying this is unfair for whatever. He said, I think you have it mistaken. There's only 4 of you. That's not enough. I said, whoa!
Okay.
I said, what?
That's crazy.
I said, what?
That's not enough.
Mr. Aura himself.
What?
That was tough, bro.
I like that.
No, that's a good pull. But you said you had 2. Who was your other one?
Oh, Jinwoo.
Okay.
Jinwoo solo leveling.
Well, let's first get his name right. Jinwoo.
It is Jinwoo.
Yeah.
No, we all said Jinwoo for the first like 5 months, so it's fine.
Yeah.
The growth of character from like not having that presence in aura and actually
the opposite.
Him,
the opposite.
Aura. Like somehow if that's even possible.
The weakest of all time.
Negative aura
of all time. Bro was like stashed. Nobody like barely wanted to bring him along, and then now he's like
they just brought him along because no one had to pay him. Basically,
well, it's kind of like the guy. It's kind of like the guy you were just explaining, just in the sense of like nobody knows he's that broken, and then he is, and he goes into the dungeon doing like heavy work.
Yep.
Like with the guy, like everyone thought it was I don't remember his name, but the guy who's like we could keep calling him Genis.
Oh yeah,
like, because he's just like, oh master, you know, his dad is like super rich or whatever, and it was just like he's like silently this savage beast, and he's like him, and like I feel like he believes like he can like overcome any obstacle, and like his or I liked that pick, which is why I was kind of mad you said you were gonna change it, but I'm glad you still spoke on it. I'm torn, but I'm just gonna stick with who I was gonna say, just because this guy is okay. I'm gonna say Monkey D. Shanks. I'm playing now. Red hair Shanks, because this dude, he came off like so unassuming. Like he's just like I thought it was like his dad. I thought it was Luffy's dad, or like
seems that
like
way,
someone like when he showed him in the beginning. I was like, oh man, like his dad's gonna die. The whole time I'm thinking his dad's gonna die. Oh, he got beat up by these pirates or these mountain bandits in the bar. They're all laughing. I was like, why are they laughing? Like, oh yeah, like, remember turn the other cheek, Luffy. That's what you gotta do. Like, that's what you're thinking. And then he like goes in the water and just stares at a sea monster, unafraid. And we didn't know what Kankataki was at the time, so we're just like, what's that? Like, okay, cool. And it's not even just that you can intimidate a whole beast just by looking at them. And obviously it's Kankataki, but his energy with everything from every moment going forward from that encounter when he goes on the Whitebeard ship and he's walking on the ship and the freaking ship is cracking as he's walking calmly, just walking up, and everyone said, "Hey, what did it say? Like they said, all the new guys go back here." Started faint falling. He's not even on the strongest pirate cruise ship. He's not even doing anything. This guy's the world's strongest man in the world. Is he goes on by himself, walking up. Everyone but Marco and the strong ones are falling to their knees, and it's just like he clashes with this world's strongest man, unafraid.
Splits the sky.
And and legit, this guy, his presence is just straight power and straight like raw like. And he's like, I think now we know like he's one of the strongest hockey. They call him the hockey man. And like, then there's that, and then freaking even more so after this for me, specifically because of the Mihawk Me Riders. But when we go to Marineford, after Whitebeard's crew loses to the world government, and Ace dies, and Whitebeard gets killed by Blackbeard, so it's not the world government that kills him, but it's like, and Whitebeard's old, dying of like stage 76 cancer. So it's like it's still putting work on Akainu and all that stuff.
I mean, but he's also taken like 75 cannonballs.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. Exactly. Got stabbed by his own like subordinate because he thought that he had betrayed him, but he was wrong. Mm-hmm. All these things that go on. The world's strongest man. We saw what when Isaac can tell you. When I first saw him use that tremor fruit, I was like, he went.
That was the moment where it was
I was like,
there's levels.
What is this? I was like, what is this?
We thought Luffy was him.
Yeah, Luffy too, bro. Yeah, Luffy, go.
Gear, we thought it was tough.
No.
We didn't even know.
And so, with all that being said, after seeing everything that was done there, Shanks pulls up. Kobe's about to get washed by Akainu. He walks up with a sword, stops him. So chill. His crew's behind him, unfazed. Who walks off? Mihawk. I agreed to fighting the Whitebeard pirates. Red-haired Shanks is a whole nother matter entirely. Walks off. I did not agree to this. Get me out. That Shanks, that thing, that's crazy.
Well, you think Mihawk is some crazy...
And we know the world's strongest swordsman.
That's what I'm saying. You're thinking like this
Zoro's goal.
And keeping the Marines step down.
Huh?
The Navy steps down.
Yeah. And he said, literally, what did he say?
I don't want none of that.
Well, what did he say? He said, your thirst for battle will be your undoing. I was like, what did he just say to these people?
He said, we're going to stand on business.
Yeah.
We will absolutely.
I was like.
You said, we don't know what the end of this war is. We'll give it to you.
Yeah. And legit, it's over. And so they stopped. I was like, oh no, Shanks is different. He's different. And I had something else within that. But or even... I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. Well, anime-wise, you know what he did. The Wi-Fi hockey.
Wi-Fi hockey's crazy.
He's like miles away. Just pulls his sword up. That's it. From miles away. To an admiral who's about to put work on people. Just the admiral literally turns and shrivels down into freaking dust. Not dust, but like, I'm sorry. And he's never once exuded any sort of like stress or frustration or like fear or anything.
Had to like try.
Yeah,
like, he's never even done like anything. Like he has never exuded anything.
And it gets so right, and it gets so like dismissed. I feel like in a sense, not by most people, but just like in a sense because he's so calm. Mm-hmm. But people don't realize he stands on business. He don't play that whole like let's play around like
it's
Goku,
not like Kaido.
Yeah, or
let's go like 30 rounds.
Yeah. He's like, let's put in. Oh, now that you mentioned that, before he got to Marineford, it was mentioned by the Marines that Shanks had intercepted Kaido on his attempt to come for Whitebeard at Marineford, and he stopped him. They battled, but who ended up at Marineford and who didn't? So it's like
the fact that Shanks has been in so little of the show and he can actually be a part of this conversation says a lot about who Shanks is.
Right.
He has to be that guy.
Well, it's because
he's an Emperor of the Sea. He's Goldie Rogers'
aura. Like quite literally.
Exactly,
that's what I'm saying.
bro.
It's like, yeah, it's like he doesn't even have to do a lot for you to know
he's
that
him.
Hit is like he's a major player. He's done all of these like he's only shown up like a handful of times. But they are very impactful times. Like when he is there.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like he's that guy that if you're like, there's a saying like if you're friends with you, this is a man you want to be friends with. If he's your friend, he's great. If he's your enemy, that's terrifying. If he's your enemy, that's something you don't want to like. And he doesn't play like even when Ace pulled up. I don't know if you remember this, but when Ace pulled up, Shanks was immediately ready to like go down, like immediately. And he goes, "I'm Luffy's brother." Oh, what Luffy's brother? Like he made switch it up. But like, no, he is aura personified, and so of all these people. I don't know about the guy from I've never seen it, but the Classroom Elite, but he sounds like a beast. But like,
he's him, bro.
It's so like it's one of the things you don't realize right away, but as the show goes on, you're like, oh, this guy is. Same thing with like Dragon. We saw him stop Smoker, and what arc was that?
That was Logtown.
We saw him, and we didn't know who he was. We found out who he is. We found out his position. Like, oh shoot, he's probably same thing. I'm sure his aura is like gonna be insane as well. But like from what we have seen in Shanks, it's like that man, and I love that type of aura too. They're so unassuming. So, oh, I'm cool. And we're fine until you mess with people I love, like what they did with the bandits. As soon as you mess with people, oh, now you're getting work done on you. And like, oh, you're going to kill Kobe, who's out here just trying to like give a message of like, this isn't the right thing to do, and it isn't. And he's a pirate, and he's doing that. And then like, everything about that is just like the respect and reverence. And not even is he powerful and his aura strong, he's respected even by Marines. Like freaking Sengoku stopped.
Yeah.
Called everyone off. Red hair Shanks.
We did what we came here for.
He's definitely not a typical like pirate. Like
like Kaido or Big Mom.
No, he's definitely a pirate, but not the typical pirate. He deserves all the respect.
Exactly.
Like, yes.
And so who he came from? He came from Roger. He was on that.
Who he inspired too.
And then he inspired Luffy. It's like these generations of like he comes from Roger, sees a spark in Luffy, sees Roger in Luffy, someone who he's been with his whole life. I just love that. So that's why I pick Shanks. I'm over explaining, but that's it.
No, Shanks is him, bro. Honestly, it's like all of these picks, man. It's like I don't think there's a wrong answer. It doesn't feel like there is.
No,
because all of them within their own respective verses are that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They are the aura. I am Koji. It couldn't be anyone. It simply couldn't be anyone else. It has to be him.
He's running everybody.
The manipulation, bro. Like he's never trying, even when you think he loses, he doesn't. It's like he's that dude.
People like dropping their phone or like simple things, like the calculation.
I need to watch
the emotion.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's insane that you don't know about until like it's revealed later on in a couple episodes.
Exactly, like the whole that campsite thing, bro. That was insane. Yeah, and then All Might, bro, like changed the whole world. Literally changed the whole world. Organized crime done with in Japan, and like inspired the next generation of people, like the MJ of superheroes, like everyone wants to be him.
Literally,
that's who All Might is. And MJ is Mr. Aura, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he's got
MJ. If we're doing real life comparisons, I don't think another person has more aura than MJ or like Michael Jackson.
Right?
Like they
Muzan?
exude.
Muzan, that Waka.
Honestly, no. Oh, you watched that most recent episode?
Yeah.
Wait. Honorable mention: Muzan has an aura around him.
I was thinking
a different kind of aura, but like
that's terrifying. Here's the thing:
the animators took their time. They knew what they were doing.
There's the villain.
Absolutely,
that was crazy.
When people are like sadistic and like smirky in certain situations, and you know they're the top dog, that's a terrifying thing. And like that moves on. He's just like, I don't want to spoil because you haven't seen the most recent episode, but
I saw the walkout though.
Oh yeah,
that got spoiled for me. That was cool.
Oh, that was cool.
Honorable mention, Killua and Gon, though, for me. Like, all they are is aura. Everyone sees these 12-year-olds that are just straight up prodigies. And like from the beginning, like why are they like unfair? Why are they not freaking Gon? Like just when it came to those creatures, and I don't remember, it's like one of his first tests. He's like, he knew. Well, where's the other one that was following me? And like even with the fish in the beginning, he's 12 years old picking this big fish. Oh, the same thing his dad did. Like everything about Gon He's just straight, and he's crazy. Like his eyes, like when he's like he'll just do things that is just wild. And Killua, freaking family of assassins, just immediately just a beast. I mean,
he pulled out the heart of that one dude. That was what solidified.
That's
that dude. It's like okay, he's just like son of the Zoldyck. Okay, whatever. Then he proved it, and it's like
got it.
Oh, so you're like that.
And you're too calm. You're too nice. Like you too. Go ahead, go on to be friends. Like you're a murderer. Like
Goku's present to bring out like the good in Killua though is sweet though. Like I love that. Like Killua, like by himself when he goes off on his own little adventure, that gets scary. His presence.
He's willing to do anything. You know that.
And he's experimenting with the yo-yos too.
Yep,
that was sick.
I love a character that's like cold and then it's changed by someone that's like light. Like that's just a cool trope that's in a lot of like shows and like Killua and Gon is one of those good examples.
It's like Zoro and Luffy too. Not that Zoro was like crazy deep or like but like I feel like he didn't really have
Goku and Piccolo.
I mean, kind of. I mean, yeah, with like Dragon Ball
right now. Just because I'm watching that right now. But.
Yeah. Also honorable mention to Goku. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's disrespectful.
I was going to try to slip that in.
I was going to say that at the beginning. Honorable mention. Like how I said at the beginning of this podcast, I was like, I don't even want to talk about Dragon Ball Z because that's untouchable. I mean, we can't obviously, but like that for me, I'm just like, that is. It's not my favorite anime, but it is my favorite anime because it's like the first one I ever watched, and I just have a soft place in my heart for it. Goku is aura. Yeah. Goku would watch everyone that we talked about today, probably.
Yeah, Goku's insane for sure. All about fighting, but like when it comes when Goku gets in serious,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, when he gets crazy serious,
he gets like serious, and it's
his
like
friends
something on the line. Yeah, I wouldn't let you destroy my world against Beerus, the god of destruction. Like all this stuff, bro. It's aura.
Because he's goofy.
It's that.
He's goofy.
He's a goofy dude.
And then as soon as he gets serious.
He locks in. Bro.
Ultra
Instinct was aura, bro. I don't care what no one says. That was tough.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen every anime. I still have yet to have seen a better transformation for me. I love that transformation.
Ultra Instinct, Loki.
I've never seen a better transformation. I've never seen one like the
divine music when he like
the color, the animation, the music, every time
the switch up.
No other than like with One Piece. Other than that, which is cool because they play that every time they play in a fight, and the tides are about to turn. Every time they play the music in One Piece, I'm like, I get hype. I'm like,
yep. Here we go.
But that I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I was like, what is? Oh, he's about to. Okay, Goku. Like, go off, bro.
Goku should have been mentioned. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I would have said that, but I still think Gojo, but like at the same time, and within his respective universe. But Goku.
The only difference between like Gojo, and Goku.
That's their fusion. That's their fusion.
No, you mean Isaac is the only do that.
Gojo and Goku fused.
Jeez. Infinity plus Ki. I'm sorry,
but Goku. Only difference is Goku's a main character, so Goku always gonna win. Like Gojo.
I'm saying if they fuse though.
Oh no! I'm just saying.
Like, that's insane. Hacks of Gojo plus Goku. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I feel like this is like no one's wrong. This isn't like a debate where we can like, no, you're wrong because of this. It's like, no. I feel
would anybody want to rank like not in like a controversial way, but like who you would think out of all the choices we have, what you're putting on a list, like first, second, first through fourth. I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we got All Might. I don't know that guy, so he's got to be last for me because I don't know.
That's my problem.
Yeah, and then
Gojo.
I threw Jinwoo.
Oh, Jinwoo too.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. Shoot.
I might have to even put almost. Gojo might be up there. Or who?
Toji or Gojo? Gojo. Okay, yeah. I mean,
just because the world literally shifted. That is the ultimate.
That's true. Facts. But like,
he's got to be one or two.
I'm trying to say, what does he give me? Like, in terms of he does give more. I'm not saying exactly he doesn't. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of my personal like feeling with those characters watching, and not just everything that's encapsulated within the storyline, because obviously that is important and it adds to it. I'm trying to think. I'm comparing moments. I thought Gojo's got to be like 2. I feel like at the very least.
I know you're gonna put like 3. It's so hard.
Like we said, it's tough to list because they're all
in their respective choices. Universes. It's like they are him.
But like,
so it's
the dramatization of Gojo is like he's him, but then it's also to make the way for Itadori to be him. Like it can't be. Someone has to surpass him.
Yeah,
they have to. I mean, just like Luffy's gonna surpass Shanks at some point if he hasn't already.
Yeah, Deku.
And Deku's gonna surpass All Might.
Yep.
So what do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. Now I'm like, does anybody else have an actual? Let's I'll go first, but now I'm not sure. I feel like I need to hear someone else's.
I will say if I'm thinking about who they are.
I think Jinu would have to be like last on my list as of right now. But like in the anime.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know. I've read the manga, but I'm saying in the anime, I think he would be. I think he's gonna get there.
Yeah. I've read all the manga.
For sure.
Jinu clears the list. That's that. But when it comes to Aura specific, like that dude is him. Yeah. But with this, based on, and I think for me, the biggest factor is how the rest of the world sees them and not like what we've seen. All Might or Gojo is number one for me. And
that's a good point.
I feel like
how the world sees.
I feel like in the jujitsu world, it's like Gojo is like him. When he's there, we don't have anything to worry about. If there's an actual problem, we send Satoru Gojo. If he's there, we win. That's the mindset. That's
kind of like an All Might.
It is like All Might. I will say, Gojo in his verse. I feel like it's so tough. I think All Might has inspired more people and is more of like we're like. No, I will say this. I think with Gojo, I think people feel more secure when he's there because it's like we've won when it comes to jujitsu sorcerers. It's like we don't ever have to worry because Satoru Gojo's there. It doesn't matter the level of threat. It doesn't matter how hard it seems because honestly, it doesn't matter who he's facing. Nothing has been difficult whatsoever. Zero challenge. No fight he's fought in the anime that we've seen is like a struggle. It's literally just like he wins, except for when he was sealed, and then he was. But he had to. But he had to be sealed.
In fact, it's the same thing with.
But All Might, I will say.
That fight.
All Might, I will say. The rest of the world, like it's not just jujitsu, the jujitsu world. It's like the entire world knows of him, wants to be him, and is striving like to become that. So I feel like I had to put All Might 1 and Gojo 2 because of that.
No, I was gonna lean that way too.
But that's me. Right. And then it would go Shanks, then Ayano Koji.
I'm putting Shanks at 1.
Oh,
I'm putting Shanks at 1, and then probably Gojo, and then All Might.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Jinu or the other guy.
Oh, Jinu. Either way,
those two can flip flop.
As of right now in the anime alone.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you put Shanks 1?
I put Shanks 1 because, hear me out. All Might stopped crime. That's great, but Shanks is stopping literal wars, like the Navy, like where he pulls up. He is stopping massive bloodshed, not just like stopping a criminal, something exploding. He's putting down his law everywhere, which is crazy.
I would counter that by saying war didn't happen because of his presence. Like that, the concept of going to war against heroes didn't even make sense, within that world. Pirates felt like they could, they had enough strength, and the Whitebeard's Alliance thought they had enough strength to rival the admirals and their whatever. But like in the universe of My Hero, that like All Might could show up. So like, we might try to rally together. Like there was the League of Villains. Like they tried to do stuff. Whenever All Might showed up, it was over. Like,
but that goes back to
war couldn't even like rise up until
like
with All for One.
The power level scale on like the other side though of Shanks is, I think, great, like way stronger than what All Might faces on a daily basis.
I would just say too.
I get that part too.
Like, Shanks has the respect of both sides as well, which is crazy. I mean, he has respect of like the Navy or whatever, and he has the respect of the pirates, which is crazy. Like he's universally respected.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Like, I mean, that deserves like a mention. I feel like that he has,
and I did. He did. He still, regardless, he did still stop the war. But All Might, my question, and then we do got to wrap up soon, is who do you think? Okay, so All Might dies, or not dies, but like his embers leave. This war we know about to happen. All Might comes back without Deku. Let's say Deku doesn't have his ability anymore. Do you think it's a wash with Shigaraki and All for One, or do you think he could stop?
All Might's like in his prime with One for All.
Yeah.
It's like pre-injury or post-injury? Because pre-injury.
I think he's winning.
I feel like.
You think he's watching All for One and Shigaraki with everything that Shigaraki's got
with help? I think he still's probably gonna need like the help.
I think the difference between what Kev is saying is like Shanks showed up and ended it. Like it wasn't like there needed to be a war further in the war.
Showed up
like,
to Whitebeard.
We're done.
Which when I'm thinking like power scaling, I think he shows up to Whitebeard. He shows up to Marineford, shuts down like Admiral, Sengoku, Mihawk. Like his presence affected all of those people, and I'm not like All for One strong. All for One strong. But I think
his crew did stop the admirals though. Like Ben Beckman pulled up on Kizaru. And like
that was cold.
So I mean, and it was cold. So it was like, yeah, he stopped it, and it was his words that ultimately ended the war.
But like, yeah, you're an extension. Your crew is an extension of you and your authority,
right? Yeah. But like his crew actually did step up to the admiral.
I think exerting his power level though and his presence, he's over All Might because All Might's not putting his power level over really anybody. Like All for One is probably the strongest person that he's put his like, and I would say like
the relative in strength too. It's not All Might's way stronger than All for One.
In the One Piece universe, there are a lot more people equal or like closer to Shanks in power level than what All Might has to worry about. If that makes sense.
Okay, I get.
All right, so let's do the ranking. Let's do the ranking. Let's show you ranking with
Shanks 1, Gojo 2, All Might 3, and then they can flip flop.
What do you got?
I would say All Might, Gojo, Shanks,
and then another one.
Yeah. I just don't know.
I was literally gonna take Isaac's list because I felt like, and it still could be 100% right. Like it can go either way. But when you said the war thing, I was like, yeah, in the ability to have, like, even in my opinion, the crew is an extension of yourself. Like they're doing that because you told them to. And had it been you in the position of Ben Beckman, Kizaru was still stopping because even more so because you're stronger.
Your crew's following you.
Like and so I want to go. No. Can I do a three-way tie? Can I do a three-way tie?
I was gonna say Shanks.
Can I do it in the comments? Can we do a
three-way
tie?
Very
I knew wanted to smoke. Sengoku didn't let him have it. He's like, we're not fighting anymore. Yeah. Sengoku would have tried to fight. I think he would have lost.
Oh, yeah. I think so too.
He would have tried to.
But that's a good point too. Shoot. Oh man, this is actually really hard.
Right.
I want to put All Might. I want to put All Might before. But I don't want to put Gojo low. Like I don't want. I feel like that's disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. It's Gojo and Shanks are like.
See, I'm gonna go. I want to go Shanks just because that was my pick, and I stand by. I love him, and it is definitely my own bias towards loving him and his character and everything. But so I go Shanks. I feel like I have to go with All Might for the reason is I was giving All Might, so I have to go Gojo and then Jinu and another guy because I don't know. But oof. Anyways, well, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Who do we miss? Why? Who were we bugging about? Goku, obviously, honorable mention above all. Thank you so much. Well, for me at least, I don't know if I speak for y'all. But anyways, we will see you next time. Peace.